There may be light at the end of the tunnel for LA Knight. Even though he's losing matches every single week. Even though he's got a win-loss record that would make the Brooklyn Brawler proud. Apparently, Vincent Kenny McMahon is a fan. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And Wade Keller of PWTorch.com. Wade Keller, the guy that claims McMahon phoned him and asked for his opinion on the original brand split in 2001. McMahon's sitting there. He's got all these knowledgeable people around him. All these people that have been in the business for decades. And McMahon decided to phone Wade Keller and get his expert opinion on whether splitting WWE into two brands, Raw and SmackDown, would work. Yeah, if we can believe that guy, I'm not sure Wade Keller is trustworthy. But he was reporting on his website, pwtorch.com, by his sources, that LA Knight is set to get a huge push after SummerSlam. Why after SummerSlam? Well, I don't know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be on SummerSlam. He's not in the picture for the US title. He's not going to be in the picture for the WWE Universal Undisputed title. So yeah, it looks like he might miss SummerSlam, but potentially after that they might do something with Mr. LA Knight. It's been reported that the popularity surge has landed him on the radar of Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Triple H for a possible push after SummerSlam. Wade Keller was told that Vince McMahon has grown to be a fan of LA Knight and that Triple H always was. So I think we know that Triple H liked Knight. As for McMahon, why wouldn't McMahon like LA Knight? I don't understand it. You look at the roster, LA Knight looks like a guy that McMahon would get behind. He looks like a McMahon guy. Someone who's bigger than the rest, someone that's got a personality, someone that can cut a promo, someone that just seems larger than life compared to the rest of the roster. When LA Knight comes out, when LA Knight speaks, you listen. When Ricochet comes out, when Ricochet speaks, you fucking hit the mute button on the controller. So, I mean, I don't know why McMahon wasn't a fan of LA Knight at the beginning, but it looks like he is turning into a fan of LA Knight. In regards to why Knight hasn't been pushed sooner, Wade Keller stated the following, quote, Knight has a long-running reputation for rubbing people the wrong way behind the scenes and just being bad at backstage politics. Those who know him well tend to like him, and some of them have spoken up on his behalf when Knight gives a bad first impression. End of quote. So, LA Knight, bad backstage politics, bad at rubbing people the wrong way. That's apparently holding him back. There's been lots of people in WWE that have rubbed people the wrong way and they've went on to be successful. Shawn Michaels is one that comes to mind. CM Punk is another one that comes to mind. So yeah, don't get me wrong, LA Knight, is he on Shawn Michaels' level? No. Does he have Shawn Michaels standing in the company? No. Can LA Knight get away with half the shit that Shawn Michaels got away with? No. Plus, it's a different time. I think back in the day, Shawn Michaels, him being edgy, him rubbing people the wrong way, you know, that probably worked for him because he was fighting for what he wanted. He was going to try and do things his way. Now it's, you know, it's just more of a PG kind of politically correct company, and it's just not the same. I don't feel like you have to fight. I don't feel like you have to undercut anybody. Like back in the day, I don't think the backstage politics are still there, where you would politic to try and get your way in front of somebody. It just doesn't seem like that is the case anymore in wrestling. And who knows? Yeah, you still get people that I'm sure will kiss ass and brown nose, but I don't know. I feel like what if LA Knight is bad at backstage at rubbing people the wrong way and bad at being backstage politics, I feel like that could have worked more for him back in the day rather than it does now. But Wade Keller also went on to say that Knight's connection with the fans hasn't gone unnoticed by anyone, and the fact that he is one of WWE's best merchandise sellers helps. And he finished by saying, quote, the department knows what LA Knight is capable of, but the strategy was always to go by the system and not just break it suddenly because a talent is abruptly over. That's why patience is key, end of quote. I don't understand this whole patience is key thing. If somebody's fucking hot If somebody's over, then you push them. You don't wait. You don't wait 6 months. You don't wait a year. I'm not saying you stick the belt on the guy straight away, but you begin pushing him. At the moment, it doesn't even feel like he's heading in the right direction. LA Knight just feels like a bum. He feels like another guy in the roster that he might be able to win the odd match, but he doesn't feel like he's going anywhere. Unlike Austin. Look at when Austin was getting over. Did he challenge Shawn Michaels and win the championship straight away? No, but we could see there was a progression with Austin, and he was just getting higher and higher up the card and up the company. And before we know it, yes, he was headlining WrestleMania. He was winning the championship. But you can see this with other people in the past that they pushed, like Cena, Batista in the Ruthless Aggression era, even like when Rock was coming through. There is signs that when they're going to push someone to be in the main event and to be a top guy, you can see it coming before they actually get there. They start winning matches, they start gaining momentum, they start becoming higher up in the card. LA Knight has not done that. LA Knight just feels like a mid-carder. He loses matches non-stop. He doesn't really win that much. I'm not seeing it. If they're going to give him a push, now they're saying after SummerSlam, we'll wait and see what happens. What's his push going to be? Is he going to win a US title that means absolutely nothing? Is he going to defeat Austin Theory? Is that the big push for LA Knight? He's certainly not going to defeat Roman Reigns because he's going to hold that belt hostage, I guess, until he decides to retire from WWE. But I think it's going to be interesting to see the direction that they go with LA Knight, but I'm just not seeing it. For a guy that they're big on, for a guy that they've got eyes on and they want to give a big push after SummerSlam, he doesn't really feel like he's in a position to start pushing, and I guess WWE's like this. I mean, wins and losses apparently don't matter anymore, 50-50 booking. Nonsense! Of course wins and losses matter, so I don't know. We'll see. LA Knight, I think they could have done a lot better by him. He's, like I said, he's going nowhere. He's not really even in a position where you could push him. If LA Knight all of a sudden started challenging for the title against Roman Reigns, no one would believe it. It wouldn't be believable. He'd go from nowhere. He'd go from a guy that couldn't beat people that are in the mid-card, couldn't beat people that were competing for the US title, then we're supposed to believe he can all of a sudden challenge Roman Reigns. I'm not buying it. We'll see what happens, but right now, I don't think LA Knight is going anywhere. We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. Let us know down below. Do you like LA Knight? Do you want LA Knight to go places? I think he is one of the better people on the roster. I think he could be a world champion. Definitely think he's good enough, but at the moment on SmackDown, until Roman Reigns loses his belt, pretty much nobody can be a world champion. And it's frustrating because I do think SmackDown's got a much better roster than Raw. You've got Bobby Lashley on SmackDown. We've got Edge on SmackDown. I think just SmackDown is better overall than Raw, but of course we can't do anything because Roman Reigns is the champ and Roman Reigns has to stay champ. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Roman Reigns. We'll see what happens with LA Knight. That's it, guys, from Fog Wrestling. I will catch you guys in the next one. And of course, until then, peace.